When you're asleep, they're just getting started. John Romano, Dave Palumbo, After Hours.
We're back again with another chaotic episode of After Hours. I'm Dave Palumbo, of course, and I'm joined by the full contingency, our full crew today. Jimmy the Bull in some gas station. John Romano in his beautiful house, and of course, our good friend Gregg Valentino. Greg, I got to go to you first because I want to know how you're feeling.
I'm feeling better, but I'm still drinking like broth and shit, so it's, since the relapse, it's been only 2 weeks, so I can't really do anything. Can't work out.
Right.
Just started eating a little bit of soft food, so pretty much other than that, I'm good. But
how come you're not drinking protein shakes?
I do drink protein shakes, but I didn't get my species box yet.
I got to send it to you. You're supposed to have your Mr. G Jumbo Palumbo cookies today.
Oh, my God. People don't know that. When I got out of the hospital, John, I didn't tell you this, but when I got out of the hospital,
yeah, go ahead.
After I had the emergency surgery, I couldn't sleep, so I clicked on the RX show, and he had Mr. G's cookie on, and they actually broke a piece. I was actually crying. I was like, oh, my God. I wanted that so bad. And then Dave holds it up. He breaks the piece, and before he even tastes it, he goes, "Oh, it's so delicious." And then he puts But I was actually crying. I was like, "Oh my God, I would love."
I can't hear nothing.
Jimmy, what are we on location with you? Every time we get you on the show, you're on location somewhere. So don't you know there's a quarantine?
I got no sound.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
No, we hear you, Jimmy. The guy had his fucking...
I told you he wasn't going to be able to unmute his phone.
Oh, he doesn't hear us? Is that the problem?
John, the guy has the mask down here.
Now he's going to be all mad at me.
Instead of putting a mask here, he's got the mask down here.
But you notice,
I see people in the stores walking with the
there's
mask.
no people out on the streets in New York anywhere, and he's with no mask at the gas station like it's another day at the beach or something like that,
Jim, we hear you. Say something.
I think John's right. I think he muted the phone. Now he can't hear us. And he'll never figure out how to take it off mute. Guaranteed.
This is going to be the rest of the show now.
I got no more sound, man. I don't.
I can hear you.
I got no more fucking sound.
We hear you. We can hear you.
I told you I didn't want to shut the sound off. Now I got no sound.
He's like my dad. It's unbelievable.
He pulled the Blackman and turned the volume all the way down. Now he's screaming into the phone.
Absolutely. I guarantee you're right. He
Jimmy
probably
went to the Steve Blackman School of Cell Phone Usage. This is classic.
You might have to text. You can't text because the phone's being used right now.
First of all, it's not even by the phone.
Maybe we could do anyone know sign language or something like that. We can sign language.
Jimmy, turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. Volume.
He muted John. He muted the phone because we can't hear him either. So
I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen.
Look at him hugging people, John. Look, he's kissing people with COVID-19.
Yep. Well, he's the reason why we all have to stay home.
That's right. He's acting like there's nothing going on in the world.
Right.
Okay.
Well, there is nothing going on in his world.
I guess not.
Oh, my God.
No.
Dude, have you seen these guys? Maybe Tyler could pull this footage up. Have you seen these guys that they strap these? It's almost like they're in a jumpsuit, and there's a little propeller motor behind them. They fly in the air. It's like a new thing down here in Florida.
They have those with a jet engine on them.
Do they?
Yes, with a wing. It's like a wing. It's like wings.
Are these people crazy?
A little jetpack on the back.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
I hear you now.
Oh,
there
good.
You go. We heard you. We were hearing you. You couldn't hear us.
Oh, okay. I hope I didn't say anything fucked up.
No, we heard.
Well, let's ask him. Let's ask him, Jimmy. How did you fix that?
What?
How did you all of a sudden get your volume back? What did you do?
Well, when I tap on the screen, there's a speaker button here on the bottom left. But I didn't notice that there's a little speaker button on the top right. So I hit that little speaker button on the top right. I don't know what the fuck one's doing on the right and one's doing on the bottom, but I hit the one on the right and the sound came back on. Anyway,
You should do a YouTube video and do that so to tell other people how to fix it.
but do a YouTube video. What? Show them how to get the sound on.
Yeah, so you can teach people how to get the sound on, like people in your situation.
What's that noise in the background? Are you at the dentist?
No, that was last week, Greg.
They're called McFly paramotors. Have you seen these things?
This is what you hear.
I have. I've seen it.
These people are crazy.
This is what you're hearing right here, Greg.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding. I need one of them for my girlfriend.
See, when you're bored, you could put something on the end of that, and stick that in your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I do it too. I'm bored.
Yeah, I've done it. I'm not going to be ashamed.
Look at him. Where'd he go?
I can't even unsee that in my head now. That's so horrible. Oh God! All right, now he's left me with that.
I got to do the show because it's a stress relief for me. So
what I want to know is, when did you turn into Mr. G?
Mr. G.
Yeah, you and Mr. G now are almost identical.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like that.
I don't understand, John. I wanted to ask you. Well, I got you on the air because you never answer your fucking personal phone, so I might as well ask you now while I got you on the fucking air.
All right.
Because when I call you, you're like a ghost. You don't answer your phone when I call. I could be having an emergency. I could be having a leg amputated, and you don't even answer your fucking phone.
He's busy now. He's a mogul.
He's a what?
He's trying to stay.
Oh, you decided to join the show, Jay? You done texting?
He can't touch the phone. It's there's a quarantine going on, Jimmy. You forgot about that.
Else. I don't know. You're like, what kind of doctor are you? What do you, when you do surgery? You look at the nurses, whatever, while you're cutting somebody apart. Anyway, well,
Jimmy,
I got you on the phone, John.
Jimmy, hold the phone up. Don't shoot from underneath, because you got more chins than a Chinese phone book when you shoot from underneath. It's like it looks like a rack of pies.
What do you want me to do?
Shoot up from up. Don't shoot from underneath. There you go. There you go.
Like a girl on Instagram.
There you go. Kim Kardashian.
Like a girl on Instagram.
There you go.
All right. So Mr.
Like
listen to this. So Mr. G's at decided he wanted me on the show. So I told him, fine. So he went to the beach in a remote area, and he wants to know why now he can't download Skype. Or I said, Mr. G, you have no Wi-Fi. I said, how do you think you're gonna Skype into the show?
Fucking word you're saying. I gotta get.
I'm not gonna get a word in edgewise. No. Why can't Jimmy hear me talk to you?
That's why, because of the noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here.
You're disrupting our show. I got to tell you that, Jimmy, right now. You got to go sit in a quiet spot, please.
Dave, you know what we have to do from now on? We got to give Jimmy just his own segment and limit it. So we'll just give him like 5 minutes, yeah. and then we shut him off, and then we can.
Well, that's all I usually do anyway.
No,
that's your own fault.
Because you have some kind of technical difficulty.
Dave, what beach is
I want to ask you a question, John.
I think Long Beach.
I know you guys got important stuff to talk about, but I want to ask you right now while I got you on the phone.
All right, go ahead.
I'm thinking about driving down to South Carolina and getting the fuck out of here.
You can't. You got to stay put.
You're in a quarantine.
You're in quarantine.
Oh, you can.
He doesn't want your New York ass in his house. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't let you in the house either.
He don't see you. He don't see you wearing a mask. He's like scared because you're not wearing a mask.
You'd have to stay in the snake building.
Shit.
You had your chance. You
John,
broke my
he's
heart.
scared.
I had envisioned.
Wait, so you're telling me if I drive down into South Carolina, you're not going to let me in the fucking house?
Both the fucking
you can stay
doors,
in the pool house with him if you want.
The pool, yeah. You had your chance. I had this whole thing set up for you.
Man, look what this society's coming from.
You'll have to be quarantined for 2 weeks, Jimmy, before he lets you in the house.
You can't go anywhere.
Jimmy, I'm in New York. You could come to my house. We'll get it together. I'm still in New York. You come to my house.
See? The real Italians. That's what it's all about.
Jimmy, you know what?
I was going to call John the other day.
You know what?
Listen.
Listen. You come on down. Come on down. Because I know you never will.
Yeah, you're right. He probably won't.
Come on down.
Don't listen. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm fucking scared over here. Right? I don't know where this is going, how far it's going.
You're so scared you're out in public with no mask on. How scared are you?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in a house.
And you're supposed to have a surgical mask on.
I have it in the car.
You're kissing people on the cheek, strangers. What kind of quarantine are you in?
You're hugging people.
He's not a stranger. I know him a long time.
Yeah, how do you know where he's been? He owns a automotive repair shop. He's got 4,000 people come through there.
How do you know he hasn't hugged a Chinaman in the last 24 hours?
Harry, give me the key.
Now you're going to get it, and you're going to spread it to all the people you know.
And then
See,
he wants to
come to
come
my
down here
house.
and give it to me.
You're like Typhoid Mary now.
Right.
We can't let you in the house. You'll infect all Florida or South Carolina.
Typhoid Mary.
He's a walking petri dish of virus
That's right.
material, ready to get in the car
Could you
and
guys
come
cut it?
spread it around.
Could you stop, please?
Jim, I agree with you, Jimmy. I'm the same way. I'm sick. I get all open sores in my throat, and I don't wear a mask.
Well, you don't go out, do you?
Can I ask
I
the
go to a
question?
grocery store.
You're crazy because you're vulnerable, Greg.
I know.
You should be.
I know.
You should have a Darth Vader mask on.
You know
I
what
wear at
happens
the
when you don't
supermarket.
wear a mask? Wait, see, Jimmy's actually smart. Because when you don't wear a mask, everybody stays away from you. They're fucking scared
I
sick.
put the Darth Vader mask on when I go to the
I
supermarket.
don't wear any mask.
with the
scared.
with the
They're
breathing
scared.
filter on it, and this way I have I'm impervious.
Logan must love that.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think any disease.
Logan puts
I
his
think
Batman mask on. He does, although we don't take him anymore.
no disease would dare try to fuck with Jimmy Pellechia, the bull, the Iron Bull.
That's right.
There's
Now,
no
listen to you.
disease.
Greg, thank you. I already had it in January. I had the virus. I already had it.
Did you?
You've been tested?
Now John really wants you to come to the house.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is that I'm immune to it. I had a high fit. My kidneys were killing me. I had a killer cough that could kill a horse. I was in bed. I did the show remember I did the show.
that's
from
right,
the
I
bed.
do.
Oh, so you've
that's
already
right, he
infected
was in
everyone,
bed.
is what you're saying.
We had a corona victim and we didn't even know.
Yeah, we
it.
didn't even
could've
know.
Capitalized on that.
I had a severe case of virus. I went to the medical center,
Right.
and the lady nurse there told me that I had the virus, a virus. And I said, well, can I get an antibiotic or something? She said, no, you can't do anything for a virus. You got to go home and tough it out. So that's what I did. When I did the show, you guys saw me toughing it out. That's why I already
Yeah, but-
had this bug.
When was that? Wasn't that in January?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember he did. He was laying in bed. Don't you remember? He even had the covers over his head, and he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. He's right.
2 weeks.
We got to get Tyler to dig that tape up
Yeah.
because we had a corona victim
Yeah.
on camera.
He might have been Citizen Zero.
we will never, but we can use that. Does anybody know?
He
anybody
might
that
be
has
the reason
coronavirus?
why all
We
of
can
New York
say-
State is infected now, John.
I finally now know somebody that had the coronavirus.
Well, maybe he's the cause of it on Long Island.
Probably he sprays all through Huntington. It's been a hot spot.
Oh, I guess my dentist got it too. Because when he pulled my fucking teeth out, okay, he probably got it too, right?
Let me
And
ask-
every one of his, and you gave it to all of his.
Why do you keep
clients.
getting teeth pulled, Jimmy? Why don't you get like a dental implant or something like that there?
I'm gonna when this war is over.
Okay.
I got all I got the teeth that I had to get out. Now I got to get the implants, but you can't do shit. They're not doing anything but emergencies now. If you're lucky.
Now, will the vets hospital do the implants?
No, they only do fillings and extractions.
They only pull your teeth out. They won't give you any new
no,
ones.
that's not true. They do sex change operations now too.
There you go, Jimmy. You want to get a sex
You're
change?
fucked up, John.
All
Let
free.
me tell you something, man.
They do. It's not my. I don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what they do.
I don't think they do sex change.
Yes,
Do
they
they?
do.
I never heard of that.
I got a friend of mine is a major in the Army, and he's over here all the time because his girlfriend is my wife's best friend, and he told me flat out they got one over there that's she to a he, or I don't know, a he to a she, and stuck in the middle somewhere. I don't know. They still got the upper half, the lower half to go, or whatever. And the Army is giving her the hormones. She's got to get special leave, and she's going to go get the plumbing changed. I don't know if she's already had it done or
John,
whatever.
can you imagine letting it like an Army surgeon, like who probably has done like 0 sex change operations, operate on you?
I could imagine his demeanor doing this. It's like picture like a general, but he's a doctor.
Wait,
he's gonna walk in there and he's got to. I got to do this. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
This is
Jimmy, I'd date you if you took a sex change. Jim, you should go down there, fuck with him, tell me I want a sex change. I don't think this is right for me.
I got to
See what
tell
they
you,
say.
Greg, your voice sounds very good. You're sounding much better.
Oh
Thank you.
yeah.
It's a little bit better. It's getting better, but it's still very tight. And
When do you
short.
go back to the doctor?
Believe it or not, I have to do video Skype.
Oh, you
with
told
him.
me you're doing the telemedicine, right?
Yeah, because I'm from Mount Sinai Hospital, which is ground zero for that shit. So he doesn't want to see. He's scared shit to see me in person, even though I tested negative. So I do the
You should
video.
be scared shit
with
to see him. That's where you're going into the fucking the war zone over there.
I was in there for 5 days. I was in that hospital,
I know.
Mount Sinai.
All right, hold on. We found the clip of Jimmy sick. Let's see. What's the date on that,
Oh,
Tyler?
we got to see that.
It was January, late January.
I told you it was January. There's no
Yep,
way he
he
had
had it.
COVID-19 then. It wasn't even
Hey,
in
wait,
the United
put it up.
States then.
But wait, did you notice Jimmy said they said you have a virus? He didn't say the.
Well, but he
Well,
thinks
look,
it is.
I'm taking it. I'm using it for what this represents.
Oh.
The bull, right here in the bed.
Oh, February 25th.
Oh,
February 25th, it's possible. Let's play the clip. Or show the clip at least.
All right, hang on.
There we go. Jimmy the Bull with coronavirus.
It was on the Palumbo versus Valentino leg showdown.
It was when you and I posed down, leg posed down, Greg.
oh shit, Jimmy, you look good.
Thank you. Yeah, I look good in the last days of our lives. So John,
Yes.
so all jokes aside, you never answered my question.
What was your question?
My
you
question
come-
was that if I come down to South Carolina and I knock on your fucking door, are you going to let me the fuck in the house?
If you have a fucking certificate that says I do not have the coronavirus, then yes, I'll let you in. Wow, that's cold.
Jimmy, you could come to my house. I'm in New York. Between the both of us, we'll have a good time.
Listen,
We'll go to the VA, get sex changes together.
if they prolong this disease until the winter, we're in trouble, Greg. You
I
understand?
know.
I got a
No,
question,
Jimmy.
Greg. I have a good question for you. Since you seem to
Yeah.
know or you used to know the party scene and everything like that. What do you think all these guys that were going out on the weekends and girls and partying it up and raves and ecstasy? What are they all doing now? No one can go
done.
out.
They're done. You have to stay home in New York. There's
I
fucking-
know you do, but what do you think these people are doing to compensate for that?
They're doing ecstasy, but they're with their girlfriend.
Climbing the
What's
walls is what they're
difference?
doing. They have no choice. There's fucking, there's military here. There's everything. You fucking go out. You try to. There's no clubs open. There's barely anything open. No
Right.
malls. No gyms. No nothing. Dude, New York is a fucking ghost town. It's bad.
So then what I want to talk about is Jimmy. Where the fuck are you and what are you doing?
He's at his friend's gas station.
Well,
What are you? What are
That's
you
not
doing?
an essential service.
You're telling me that
But
I'm like. You're
I
telling me
wanna- no, no.
you're telling me I'm like the cookie man. What the
Okay.
He's
fuck
getting
do
an
I got
Earl
in common?
change,
Alright.
John. He's getting an
First of
Earl
all-
change. I don't think it's
First of
essential.
all, you're shooting from the wrong angle again. We got the base of chins now and a rear.
You got to get an
mirror.
Earl change for the car.
So now-
An Earl. Yes, an Earl change.
Is that better?
You look good, Jimmy. Not a boy.
Yeah, you look good, Jimmy.
So I got to ask you a question. Thank you. I got to ask you a question.
Another one?
Pop music.
If I come to your fucking house, hey, I want to know what beach is Mr. G on.
If I come to thank you, Greg. You just because
I
these
think
guys
he's on a
are-
desert island
Dave and
someplace.
John fuck with my mind all the time. All right, Dave's been fucking with my mind for fucking 10 years. Because he makes me forget my trend of thought, what I'm trying to focus on. Because he's good at that fucking shit. All right. So my question to you is, what do I got in common with the cookie fucking man? That's what I want to know.
Why don't you go find Mr. G? You could hang out with him. He's probably looking for
Yeah.
something to do.
What do I got in common with George?
Maybe-
That you're
I love
infinitely.
George. He's a good guy.
Your IT acumen is probably from the same technical university. You guys are extremely disruptive. You talk over everybody, and it's your agenda is numero uno, and you could care less what the rest of us are doing
His
here.
gender is
and
numero
what
uno.
we're trying to accomplish. It's the Jimmy Pellechia show. Very selfish.
Hey,
US.
you know what,
hurt
John?
me.
You know what,
That fucking
John?
hurt me.
Now he's not going to South Carolina.
I ain't going to South Carolina. Hey, you're fucking right. I'm going to pass
Fuck
you
South
fucking. I'm
Carolina.
going to Georgia.
Don't
All right?
go to Dave's house.
Georgia's good.
Go to Dave's house. See if Dave will let Jim. With the
Jimmy,
kid.
I got some pre-orders, Jimmy, for your cock and a sock, product you want to make, your cock extension product.
Yeah.
I got about 4 or 5 pre-orders. People are looking to order it. I think you should make it. Now might be a good time. I think China's opening up again.
I like that.
George will make it into a cookie. Mr. G.
No, you make a package deal.
Edible,
You get
edibles.
the extension
Yeah, he'll make
cookie
Yeah, after you
in
blow
a
your load in
box.
it.
You
After
can eat
you
it.
blow your load in it, you could eat it. Because George will make it fucking edible. It'll be like a cannoli.
Oh, shit.
Chocolate chip cannoli, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy Christ.
So, John,
So, Jimmy,
let me ask you a question.
another one?
How
Fuck
many
South
fucking
Carolina.
years? Dave, you too. How many years I've been doing this fucking show? How many years?
11.
11 years.
Yeah.
11 fucking years.
11
And you
years.
won't let him in your fucking house.
I didn't
No,
say
no, I
that.
forgot. I know Dave fucking 25, 30 fucking
Yeah.
years. I'm not talking about how long I know him.
Doing the
How long
show.
I've been doing, huh?
You've been doing the show since 09.
11
Right.
years.
Oh, Larry's got the doors on, man. I got to hear that.
Stop
So,
shooting from underneath.
My question to you is, I've always been disruptive. This is who I am.
The
okay?
the chins.
This is who I am. Hold on, let me hear that song, Andy. Let me hear that
That's
song.
funny.
Crack that up, man.
You know how when people get older, John, they regress? I think Jimmy's regressing.
And he has to.
You're going to
ask
demonetize
why
this.
I
Get away
think-
from that music.
And he has to ask why I think he's like Mr. G.
Look, there's nobody else in the town there. You can see.
Actually, Jimmy, you're more Mr. G than Mr. G. He could take Mr. G lessons from you.
No, you know who the best is though? Bobby. Mr. G's brother, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby
Holy
Smalls.
Christ.
The white Biggie Smalls.
Holy shit.
He's
I love
something
Bobby.
else.
You know, the
I love
truth
both
is,
of those guys.
You know, Greg, John, I'm going to talk to you guys because Dave's busy. The truth is
Dave's busy.
that after I hang up this phone, I'm going to go back into a deep depression. That's the
No, Jimmy, don't go. Jimmy,
Nah,
You know,
Jimmy.
I'm playing like I'm all right. Oh, hold on a minute.
is she hot?
I was going to say hello to her.
She's probably infected.
He's in complete denial of
you
there
want
being
to go
anything
by the
going on outside his
All right, no,
world.
I'm good.
Look, she ain't wearing no mask either. No, but none of us in New York are. Fuck, I don't wear a mask.
So
You
listen,
should.
I'm not going to talk to Dave because he's occupied. He's texting his Gombado.
I'm trying to text
So what I
Mr. G.
want to say is that I'm going to go into a deep depression after I hang up this fucking phone because I've been very depressed over this fucking thing. I feel like a caged animal and I can't fucking take it much longer. And the other day, I'm all jokes aside, I was actually thinking about jumping in my fucking Jeep with a trailer and my bike and going down to fucking Carolinas. I want to get the fuck out of here because if this thing goes into the winter, we're fucked. All right?
Into winter.
Fuck.
We're just going
Yeah.
into spring.
Yeah, but they were talking on the news here. Cuomo was saying that, right now it's leveling off all this
Yeah.
bullshit. And then a couple of doctors are saying, yeah, it's leveling off, but we've seen in other countries that it started leveling off and then they got a spike. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to level off, spike? I mean, how long are we going to do this?
Cuomo also said this is going to be the new normal. He said this might be the new normal. We may not go back to the way shit was. Bullshit. Even I would leave New York.
What do you mean the new norm?
He
Jimmy,
said, when they asked him, when do you think it's going to go back to normal? He goes, I don't think we're ever going to go back to normal. We're going to have a new normal. It may not be dead like this, but it's not. You know what it is? They want to control you. This is what the Democrats want. It's like socialism. You know what I mean? As long as you rely on the government, and we'll take care of you, don't worry, but we'll give you some money. Just do nothing all day. That's what they want, so they can control you. You know what I mean?
Well, who's gonna do all the work then?
The fucking guys in South Carolina. He's talking about New York. We're talking about New York. I'm not talking about
But Greg, New York could become Florida in a month.
Oh, I know, dude. Let me tell you something. Even I'm ready to hit your trailer with Jimmy. We're gonna fuck South Carolina. We're going to Florida to your house.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. All you New Yorkers are coming to Florida to get away from there, and then you bring in the freaking virus here.
Try
Would you-
getting into Palumbo's house when you
Would
get
you
there.
let
You
Would
think
you
my
let
house
Jimmy?
is tough.
Hey, would you let Jimmy in your house, Dave?
I got a separate building. He'll be sleeping in the other building. Yeah, he
No,
have his
but
own
wait a minute.
house.
Wait a minute.
That's perfect for me, man. I'll
Yeah.
sleep in the fucking building. I don't really care.
Amanda will meet him at the door with a shotgun.
That's right. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
we got a bathroom here.
I won't go to that. I won't go to. I go to the fucking warehouse.
Amanda's
I won't go to that.
already got me a quarantine plan for me if I get it. She's already got me sectioned off.
You got a bathroom in that warehouse?
Yeah, we do. Of course we do.
I'm in.
The only thing you got to do is clean snakes for you to pay your way.
Let me interview. I'm doing a TV show. So, Danny. Wow. So, are you okay with this whole containment?
I don't think she wants you 6 feet close to her, Jimmy.
Oh, you're gonna come there. See,
Standing too close, Jimmy.
That's a shame.
Look, she's like scared. She's get back in the
Okay,
car.
Nice meeting you, Danny. See, she said she didn't want to come near people. Now she's a beautiful girl.
Well, she's smart.
She's so scared. She's wearing a
I would
mask.
love to take her out to dinner and hang out, but she just said that she don't want to go near people anymore.
Well, I don't blame
This is
her.
what the world's coming to.
Tell her, why aren't you
if
wearing
you would've had a
mask?
mask on,
should've
you might
asked
have had
her,
a
why aren't
chance.
you wearing a mask?
If you put the mask on, you could have covered up some of those chins, and she might have talked to you a little longer.
Cover up what?
Hey,
Yeah,
Jimmy,
nice.
why don't you get like a Lone Ranger mask? I think that would work for you. It's like a good pickup.
You know what,
Yeah,
John, I tell
that'd
you,
be
man. You know what, John? I'm never coming to your fucking house.
You know what? You should get
You're
a
an
ma-
insulting bastard. I'm 60 fucking years old, all right? I don't have the
should get-
high chin fucking
No.
anymore, all right?
Here's what you should do. You should get a mask and the eye patch. Both. It would look so cool.
No, you
if
should
had
get a
the
Lone Ranger mask.
and the one eye covered, so you'd be like this masked cyclops. You would be amazing like that.
Dude, you should have asked the girl why she's not wearing a mask. If you're so
Yeah,
afraid, why aren't
Right.
you wearing a mask?
That's right. Maybe she's got COVID-19. She could have
I used
infected
to
you
like
just now.
fucking John. You know, Dave, I used to like John. I loved him for many years. I loved him. I tell you, this whole virus thing is changing this.
Yeah, he's in a very sarcastic mood. Yeah,
He's a
today.
fucking changed man. He's a psychological fucking
Jimmy, come on.
insulting son of a bitch.
Listen to him.
Forget South Carolina. Forget South Carolina. Let's go straight to Dave's.
I'm gonna fucking come there. I'm gonna knock on your fucking door, and if you don't answer the door, I'm gonna have my 12 gauge with me. I'm gonna put some holes in your front door. All right?
He's gonna
Don't
pull
be
his
standing
Ed
behind
Connors
the door.
act there, John.
Jimmy, you can come to my house anytime.
Yeah, like
know I like you.
he's like, but you
That's
know
all
what?
I
You're right.
wanted
You're
to
right,
hear.
John.
That's
It's like
all I
you-
wanted to hear. I just wanted to hear friends.
It's like
say
my
that.
dad.
You know,
Just
you
tell
know
him,
you could come in
humor him. He'll
anytime. I
never
would
come
take you
anyway.
in if no matter what, I would take you in.
He'll never
If I
come.
was, God forbid, I was on a run. I want to get out of here, and I'm looking for some some place to stay. You know what I mean? I want to know. I got my good friends that could stay.
You'll,
with me.
I
you'll
got a
never
room.
come, Jimmy. You'll
I got a
never
room.
You
come.
come to my house anytime.
Jimmy,
I
the
ain't
only
going
time I'm
north.
going to get you down to
I ain't
Florida,
going north, Greg. No offense. I ain't going north.
Jimmy,
don't
the
blame
only
you.
time you're coming down to Florida here permanently is when I got to come up there and I have to get you because you're demented and you don't remember anything, and they got to put you in a home, and I got to bring you down here and like my dad. That's
And my chin got bigger.
Yeah.
You got to
And he
get rid
went,
of it.
and he got a sex change from the
I got to
VA.
go up there and secure Jimmy and bring him down here. That's the next time you'll be down here.
And he's really good at it. You'll think you're in Spain.
Yeah. I got to buy him a first-class plane ticket and liquor
There you
him up
go.
on the plane, and that's the only way I'll get him
Add
down
that
here.
to my chin. Add that to the fucking chin there. Go ahead.
There you go.
You know
Should
what?
be
You
showing
can-
those off instead of that rack of pies under your neck.
Well, you're lucky, Jimmy. You have access to a gym you're training at, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I
Your
don't
friends.
know how long that's gonna last.
We saw that on the last show.
I don't know. So what kind of dogs are these? I wanted to get a dog like that.
You know, animals could catch this stuff too. Would you stay away from the
I
dogs?
love those dogs.
Those are covert collies. Oh, let me tell you, he's fucking. Dude, imagine him, Bobby Smalls, and Mr. G, all
Working
coming
for
at
the-
your house.
No,
This-
here. Bobby Smalls, Mr. G, and Jimmy the Bull working for the CDC. That would be amazing.
Kicking your door in and shit.
Center for Disease Control, hazmat suits, walking the streets, cleaning up people who are violating the restriction codes and enforcing the curfews and the lockdown laws. That would be a great team.
You think Bleckman's got one of those the masks on, the medical masks?
Absolutely.
Yeah, is he go? You think he's going out in this, or is he staying home?
He's not only got a mask, but he's got like this thing that goes over that cuts off the blood supply so that you can,
Tourniquet
maximize.
Tourniquet training.
Some occlusion training. He's doing occlusion training for the neck area.
I like that, Jimmy.
Yeah, but do you think he's going into work, John?
Yeah, I got so much work, but he's probably got at least converted the office, the house.
Oh yeah, maybe. It's not like they have any employees anyway, right?
I don't think he pays anybody anymore. Well, you probably what's his name?
Alan.
The graphics guy.
Alan, yeah.
Alan.
Get the fuck out! I swear to God. Yeah, but
Alan's probably working from home because the disease.
This is one of these shows that after the show's over, I'm like, what a terrible show. And then all the people watching it always tell me, oh, that was the greatest show you guys did.
What's the theme of the show? Jimmy's chin?
Yeah, exactly. I always, after these shows, usually these were Mr. G fueled shows. I was always had a huge headache after these shows.
Yeah, we couldn't have them on together. We could not have Mr. G and Jimmy the Bull on at the same time. We couldn't do it.
What about Bobby? Bobby
Hey, Nino!
Well, I had a rule that
Bobby
the Smalley brothers were not allowed in my house at the same time. They violated it all the time, but there was a rule, unwritten rule.
I got to introduce you guys to my Italian friend. He owns an Italian restaurant in town.
God bless.
He's supposed to be quarantined. He's introduced us to 14 people
Shove it
already.
up your ass.
It's like the fifth person we're meeting
Shove it up
in
your
quarantine.
Nino, I don't know anything. Hey, hold this a minute. I'm going to say hello. This is my buddy Nino. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Guys,
Hey, what's good? Guys, Eddie.
3, 4,
Hey.
5. Soon I'm going to take over the nation.
Not for long, because Jimmy had the virus and now he's not wearing a mask.
You're looking for it, you found it.
Ground zero in Huntington right there.
Next time you come into town, we'll take you over to Nino's place.
The next-
All right.
All right, can't wait.
The next 10 people with COVID-19 we've just seen,
Next
Jimmy's
month, he's
introduced
going
us
to
to.
takeout.
Yep. Jimmy's hugged 5 people so
Yeah.
far on camera.
Right.
During a quarantine.
Yeah.
That guy got scared.
This is
though.
what
Did you see
not.
that?
This is what not to do. What not to do, people.
Right.
Do not go out in public.
You know what?
Do not hug strange
I got to
people.
tell you, Dave. I got to tell you. You told me I talked to 5 people in the last whatever.
Yeah.
I got news for you. They're all Italian. Every single man you see in this garage
That a boy.
is a purebred
There you
Italian.
go.
You understand?
There you go.
What does that mean?
We're not like the rest of it.
So Dave,
You're gonna
Dave,
be
the theme of this show, since Greg asked,
you're gonna be suffocating over your squingielli.
what not to do during the
Right.
corona.
There you go. There's the title of the show.
Jay, he just gave you a whole menu. You got your mouth running.
Hey, John.
You're
That's
gonna
why
be
Italy's so fucked.
you're gonna be suffocating in your
Exactly.
That's why Italy's
in your
got so much
cannolis.
Yep.
because us dumb
They
Italians.
like to hear themselves talk, you know?
You're gonna drown
what
in your
not to
pasta
do-
fagioli soup over there, Jimmy.
At least I'm out here doing something with my fucking self. You know what I'm saying?
You're not supposed to
be
though.
home.
That's the whole theme of the world right now.
I got my new inspection sticker today. I'm doing something useful for the
That
state.
was not necessary.
It wasn't?
No,
No.
you should have stayed home.
My inspection was up. What am I going to do?
They're forgetting
Yeah,
that
down
kind
there,
of stuff
forget
now.
about it.
It's not
They
an
call the
essential
cops.
service.
In Florida, they don't have inspections.
No.
Over here, they do.
Not
If
an
you're
essential
looking to get-
service. You shouldn't be driving anyway.
He's
If
right,
it's
though. They'll
a-
give you a fucking ticket. They don't want to hear a fucking thing over here.
I'm surprised that he's not getting in trouble just being out at that gas station all day.
I know.
He's loitering
Well,
over
but-
there. He's
But
not
actually,
getting
it's
gas.
good for us because now it's good for us because we got content for the show now because now we're going to name this segment
Right.
"What Not to Do During the Corona Outbreak," starring Jimmy the Bull Pellechia. And this is going to act as a public service announcement for all of our listeners
Right.
that are going to see exactly what not to do during this situation. And he's doing a great job.
That's right.
Dude, I was in New
Yeah,
York City. I
used
got
to
pulled over.
like you, John. I really used to like you, man. I really, you were very close to my heart. You know?
John, the most fitting ending for this show would be if the cops pulled up and arrested him.
Yeah, but he would know them. He would know the cops.
And they'd still
Yeah,
arrest
he
him.
would know them.
Nah. Dude, I got
Good
pulled
point,
over in
Greg.
Midtown Manhattan, and they gave me the guy goes, "What are you doing?" And I said I was going to see my doctor, and he gave me a seatbelt ticket. And I told him, "Are you fucking kidding me? With all the bullshit going on?" He gave me a seatbelt ticket, NYPD, in Midtown Manhattan.
There you go.
I'm there to see my
First
doctor.
of
I don't
all,
even want to go.
Greg, how old is your car that you can drive it without having a seatbelt on?
Yeah, for real.
I have a 1998
Oh
fucking.
my
It's got
God.
It's so bad. It's fucked up. There's not even paint.
You know,
the paint
you
is
should,
off the
all
car.
you had to do was sneeze.
A Honda
He would have
Civic.
left you alone.
You're the only person I know that still doesn't wear a seatbelt.
For real.
I
Right?
told him, I'm going to see my doctor and everything, and he didn't give a shit. He gave me a goddamn fucking
Who
ticket.
doesn't wear a seatbelt in this day and age?
I did it, broke. It was up here. Like when you click it down like this, it keeps snapping up. And I showed him. I said, "Listen, the fucking thing works, but it keeps snapping up." And he goes, "I don't care. You should have got it fixed."
He's
Unbelievable.
right.
He's got a point, Greg.
He's right.
I told him, dude, with all the bullshit going on,
You should have
worried
said
about
it's
me
not
and
an
my
essential
seatbelt.
service, Greg. You should have told the cop. I was going to get it fixed, but it's not essential.
I'm pleading innocent
Yeah,
anyway.
you should.
Now you got me looking out for the cops, Dave.
You could be arrested, right? I know there's a law out there that they can arrest you if you're out loitering like you are.
Yep.
The
He's
evidence
not
is right
loitering.
here.
He's
did you hear
getting the
that?
service done for his car. He's not loitering.
That's not
Right,
an
Jim?
essential
I'm
service,
waiting-
Greg.
I'm
He got an
waiting for
oil.
my-
He got an
then-
inspection sticker
and
done and
then
an oil change.
When
He
he's
could have
in
waited.
jail, when he's in jail, he's going to be mad at all of us for not going and bailing him out because we're not leaving the house.
At least he'll get a free COVID-19 test, right, before he goes into jail.
Yeah, they'll give him that.
No, actually, here in New York, they're letting everybody out of jail. They've let murderers out of jail because they're afraid because the people in jail are getting infected with the COVID virus. That's a fact.
Is it really? Wow.
Go-
California too. California.
They're letting people out of jail. They let murderers out of jail who have actually gone out and recommitted crimes. And you're
I'm gonna-
afraid that
I'm
they're
gonna tell
going to
you-
infect people, whereas
Greg.
everybody's infected already.
On that note, I'm going to tell you a quick story, all right? My cousin was at the gas station the other day, and she saw two guys get in an argument, okay? There was a car parked right in the station, like on the side. Two guys get out of the car, and they start yelling and screaming at each other. And then they went back in the vehicles, and they came out with baseball bats, and they're smashing each other's cars. The windshields, everything, the doors. They smashed it. Then they started turning the bats on themselves. They're batting each other. Finally, the cop was watching. Finally, he got out. He got out of the car, and he gave them a ticket.
For not wearing masks.
No, he gave them a ticket for whatever fighting, and he gave them tickets and a court date, and they left. No arrest done. These guys were beating each other with baseball bats. So I called up my friend. He's like a commissioner here in the Suffolk County, very high up. And I said, what's going on with that? How come? Normally that's like attempted murder. You're beating somebody with a baseball. That's a lethal weapon, no?
Right.
I mean, in normal conditions, you would get arrested and locked up and arraigned in the morning and whatever. It's a serious crime. So he says that they don't want nobody in the precinct. They're just writing tickets up and giving fines and court dates, and that's it. He said the only thing he really gets involved is with shootings and homicide. But besides that, you could beat the shit out of each other in the streets. Nobody's taking you.
Who wants to put these guys in the squad car? They could get infected,
Yeah. Plus, he broke it up. I don't know how he broke it up, but he came out of the car and
He honked his horn. That's how he broke it up.
Good thing they were wearing their seatbelts.
That's
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Now,
wearing
in a
the seatbelt.
situation like that, I think it would be more prudent just to wait till one of the guys knocks the other
That's
one out.
right. Exactly.
Then you only
Let them
got to
beat the
deal with
crap out
one
of
guy.
each other.
Yeah, and you only got to deal with one guy. You don't have to deal with two guys swinging baseball bats. You just got to
Yeah, but
deal
now
with
they're
the
both
one.
fucked because now they both got to pay for their own windshields because
So now
the
my
cop is gonna
aunt,
write
my
it up.
aunt, my
That's
aunt
true.
died. Did I tell you my aunt died yesterday? Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry,
Jimmy.
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, 8:00 in the morning. She was in her nursing home. They went to go wake her up for breakfast, and she was gone. So my cousins, all right, they couldn't see the mother when she passed away.
Oh,
So
yeah.
then so then they were upset because they can't see their mom, and now they told them that they can't embalm her. The funeral parlor told her they can't embalm her, and then they can't use the casket that they bought prior to their mother's passing. That they got to put her in a steel box. So they're allowing the family to come in there, just the children, to view her for 1 hour or half hour. The steel box, not even their mom.
Why steel box?
Because supposedly in Huntington right now, where I found this out later, I thought this was like a state thing. So I was like, that's kind of fucked up, you know? And it just happens that it was M. Connolly and Jacobson Funeral Parlor. It was their policy because Huntington right now is supposed to be a hot spot for the coronavirus.
Yeah, well,
disease.
because of you. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because of you.
Right, probably.
And
So
you're
now-
out and about.
Yeah. I came out to get an inspection. Anyway, so to make a long story short, the guy at Jacobson felt sorry for her because my cousin was crying hysterical because they want to see her mom, you know, before they bury her. And they found another funeral parlor down on 111. He said that's just, different funeral parlors' laws. It's not it's not state mandatory. So they're gonna embalm her, and they're gonna use their casket, and it's a 1 hour, viewing, and then bury her at St. Patrick's. So they got a little relief.
Did she
Jimmy,
test
but
positive for corona?
Well, that's the thing now. They don't test in the
No.
nursing home. They don't test in the nursing home, so they don't know if she died from the corona. I doubt it.
no,
Yeah.
that's not what it is. I'm going to tell you, they made a big arrest here in New York because there was a funeral. I think it was in the Bronx, and everybody that comes to see the body, they're afraid that's a gathering, and everybody can infect each other. That's what it is. They're not afraid of the dead body infecting you. They're afraid of people getting together. They arrested everybody at the funeral parlor because people were fighting the cops when they came. The cops first came and said, listen, you got to break that up. I think it was in the Bronx. And they said, you got to break it up. And the people were like, fuck you. This our relatives here dead and shit. And they said, well, you can't gather like this. There were like 50 people at the funeral.
Right.
And then they arrested everybody. They were fighting. They started fighting the cops. It was in the news. And
How do you
everything.
arrest 50 people? Where do you put them all?
They're
They're not going to do that.
What, do you get the paddy wagon?
They did. It was on the news. It was on the news. They were arrested because they started fighting with the cops because, dude, you're already upset. Imagine somebody in your family's dead,
Right.
and you're sitting there, and they're telling you you can't go view that funeral. Or Dave, God forbid one of your kids gets sick, and you want to go to the hospital. They'll tell you and your wife you can't go.
No, I know,
your
it's scary.
kids got to stay.
Scary.
Do you know how bad that is?
Yeah,
That's bad.
very scary.
But they're afraid of the gathering. They're not afraid of the body infection. They're also afraid of the gathering.
Greg,
If-
they wouldn't embalm her, Greg.
No, I understand that. I heard that they were like, what do you call cremating people now because of that.
They wouldn't embalm her. Because, yes, the gatherings are right now taboo, but they wouldn't embalm her because they were afraid to,
I agree with you. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, I
disputing
mean,
that. I'm just-
you don't
it was-
blame
it
these
was on
people.
What's that?
It's gonna get
Well,
worse
that's
before it
what
gets
hap-
better.
So that's what happened. That's what happened at that funeral parlor. But then they found one outside the town
Right.
that would do it. So because Huntington's supposed to be, this.
Did they allow
you
Jimmy? Did they allow? They bombed her, but did they allow other people to go see her or no? The other funeral parlor.
A few minutes,
They
he
embalmed-
said.
What's that?
He said for an hour. Right,
They-
Jimmy?
They allowed. Okay, a bunch of people. Are they allowed or no?
I
Jim?
think we lost those guys. Did we lose them?
Is he frozen? Is he frozen or is he
Yeah,
pissed?
he's
All right,
frozen.
thank God he finally got him shut up finally.
Wow.
No, he's there.
No, he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Okay,
Frozen,
let's
I
tie
see
up this show.
All right, this is
I gotta pee.
Yeah, wait, I'm going to end the show. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere. Look, the take-home message is don't do anything that Jimmy has done today that you've seen on camera. Everything he's done is completely opposite of what you should be doing. Stay home. Don't go out. Don't hug people. Don't approach people. Wear a mask. Everything he's done, do the opposite. John, any
Exactly.
final words?
Exactly. Don't do what Jimmy does. Don't
Greg,
do that
final
at
words.
home. Right.
Or Mr. G. Go,
That's
go
your
to
final
the beach
word?
with. I want to know what beach is Mr. G on right
Long
now?
Beach. He's surfing the 100-foot wave right now.
Tell him before he goes to that beach, I want that cookie. I'm dying for that.
You'll have it in the mail
I'm gonna-
today. They promised me.
I want a box of them too.
He was supposed to send you too. I don't know why he didn't. I sent him your
Yeah,
address.
me neither.
I'll ask him.
All right.
All right, guys.
gonna take
Time to
pictures
go.
of
I
that.
got a lot of stuff to do today, but I appreciate all of you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Jimmy, get the hell off the street. And we will be back next week, assuming that Jimmy hasn't infected all of New York State by then.
Jimmy, go home.